Hey guys, Taylor with GammaEdge here, coming at you with a quick market status for Wednesday, March 1st. General disclaimer, give this a read when you're done, so let's move on. So quick summary, what we're going to hit on tonight. Tick US model and ARCX models, the cumulative ticks on both broke the prior day lows, and tick RCX in a clear trending lower state with no long symbols. Gamma dash 390, 95, 400, these are all still significant levels, significant gamma and delta, that hasn't changed. SPY price action. Daily structure is actually trying to turn bullish. We'll hit on that in a minute. And we are consolidating at the low end of the daily range, hence the choppy action we have been seeing. Other nodes quickly. Fish pond map. This is showing GEX ratios at the low end of the range. For those that have been with us for a while, you know what that means. On Sunday, we did a Twitter thread on Charm. If you're curious about that, please give it a read. One thing to note on, make sure that you are reading and watching the morning call that Paul produces every morning, and also reading the PBI notes in there. A lot of good content. We did launch the Notion Education Roadmap that was published in the Discord on Sunday, today, and yesterday. Any questions on that, let us know. And lastly, for the new members, when you join the Discord, Launchpass will be sending you an email. That access code is needed to get into the Discord. So with that, let's get rolling. So here, looking at our Tick US model here, just hitting, we closed today's low, broke yesterday's low, are below the short-term moving average ribbon. This is starting to trend lower. Longer-term moving averages is trending lower. This is starting to uninvert. Not much filtered tick buying or selling. New highs did outpace new lows. ARCX model clearly trending lower. Today's low closed below yesterday's low. Robo tracks down on the short-term moving average ribbon. So again, no long singles triggered here. Quickly going down to our PBI chart. This was from the 28th morning. 395, 390, 400. These are all still major delta levels, major gamma levels, liquidity levels. We have really put dominated environment. As far as the eye can see, one thing Paul noted in the morning call was puts are starting to come off with 0 DT, 1 DT, so that is something to keep in mind. Lastly, going over the price action that we saw today, structure, and what we can expect tomorrow. So here, the comment I made about bullish structure. So we have a lower high, then we have a higher low, higher high, potentially forming another higher low. You can see we're right at the bottom of the range. So this is kind of a make or break point for the structure for the bulls, I would say. Again, zooming in here, you can see that we are in a bit of a consolidation range on the 4-hour chart, hence the choppy price action that we have been seeing. The range is roughly 395 to 405 maybe. I'm not exactly sure what that line is, but roughly there. Now moving on to get to gamma specific stuff. Before we go there, just here's the 2-minute chart that I'm looking at. These are key kind of TA levels, TA levels. By that I mean kind of swing lows, swing highs that have not been interacted with yet. So these are levels that I am watching tomorrow. Then obviously overlaying our gamma levels to it. This is the 10 a.m. run. So one thing to note really that we saw all day was a lot of price interaction with 0 GEX and a lot of chop. Hence, that's because of the consolidation range that we are on the 4-hour time frame. At least that's the way that I look at it. So it's more of kind of a scalping market right now versus a trending market. SPX up here in the right hand corner, you can just see we were above 0 GEX. We got a lot of supply shoots up there in the afternoon right around 0 GEX. Eventually saw the failure. Moving on to the Qs, still 10 a.m. run, just a lot of choppy action around 0 GEX. Now let's go over to some gamma specific, liquidity stock specific setups that we saw. Here, just looking at the move, we have a 0 GEX to P-trans move. This is a textbook move. Admittedly, this is not a setup that I took just because we were breaking out the highs of days. And I've been noticing in the last couple of weeks, high day breakouts have been failing just because of the choppy nature of the market. However, that's not to say if you have some edge trading high of days, this is a great setup for you to take. Again, then we did see a P-trans move where we topped out back down to 0 GEX. This is another common play that I do see, especially given the weakness that we did see of both SPY and Qs at the same time. These are great levels to risk against, great target levels. So multiple ways of using the levels that we do produce every day. Here, looking at Tesla, I wanted to note here the COTMP bounce that we did see early in the session. Microsoft, again, you see a ton of price interaction with zero gex. One setup that I do like is kind of a break and a retest and then a continuation higher. That's what we saw in this specific instance. Google, again, similar setup, break, retest, move higher, zero gex. Netflix, we actually saw the opposite price action. Well, I mean, it's still a break and a retest setup, but from the underside, this was a bit contrary to SPY and SPX price action. So, not maybe potentially something likely that I would take, but nonetheless, still interaction with zero gex, negative trans. COTMP saw a double top at negative trans, continuation lower. So again, these are just textbook setups. Wanted to hit multiple different ways of using our levels. Really, we have our core playbooks, such as zero XP trans like we saw in Apple. However, as you all put in the work and study and how to use these levels, there's multiple different setups that you can use these for. Lastly, hitting on our best guess of what tomorrow looks like just based off the data we have. This is the 5 p.m. run of our gamma levels. Here we have SPY, SPX, and QQQ. Structure is largely unchanged in terms of gamma levels. So again, we just need to see what those PBI updates tomorrow morning if these do change significantly. Apple here, just below 0gex, seeing if we get some type of retest potentially. Microsoft, again, same thing, potential retest is 0gex. Google, hanging around 0gex, and Amazon hanging around 0gex. So again, hopefully it's clear at least how I'm looking at the market, kind of what my interpretation of our tools are telling us. So with that, any questions tomorrow? Obviously beyond pre-market, Paul will be doing the morning call. We'll be publishing PBI with any notes, noting any changes in gamma levels. And yeah, so see you all tomorrow. Best of luck tomorrow. Bye.